Hi everybody. I'm just running the GP9 RM with the slug. Just basically just running it for it's been running for about an hour. Just thought I'd. It sounds amazing, and it's a really really beautiful model. Let's see what I got my phone. Just trying to adjust this thing. You can only do so much on a phone. It's kind of a drag, but I'm just playing around with the GP9 with the slug. Just working it in. I've got the crew that I just painted. And that's pretty cool, actually. These are really selling fast on. Hey, Ray. Good evening. Thanks for joining. I'm just kind of running the GP9 from Rapido. I've got three. I've actually got two road switchers and the hey Anthony, and the slug, and I'm just basically running the slug right now to kind of test it and working out the kinks. But it's running really well and it sounds amazing. I'm just going to move this back. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this layout. I mean, it's only 12 feet by 2 feet, but I love urban stuff. I like decay. I like the graffiti. It's what I'm used to. Especially there's a CP units that run near my place, and this is basically based off of that. So sorry about moving around. I'm on my camera phone, so you can only do so much. And this is like the second time I've ever gone live, so I just kind of working this out. Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate that. But I I was watching some of the guys doing some reviews on this, and it's been extremely positive. Rapido's really knocked this out of the park as an engine. It's just phenomenal. And yeah, I mean, I just love realism for me and the details. Just keep adding stuff to it, and then I'm going to extend this year. I mean, probably in this like early. I've got an idea of what I want to do. Hi, Todd. But yeah, the engine's really amazing. I've been watching Otter Valley. I mean, that's where I buy all my stuff, Otter Valley Railroad. And let me just stop this before it runs off the edge. Um, and yeah, like 3 days ago, they had 20 in stock of the slug, basically this unit, and they have now 4 left. And it's really, really cool. Like, I mean, I knew they would sell, but and this is the late version, and of course DC and sound. And I've got the mini print figures actually on the locomotive. I actually painted them, and if you buy them, I'll probably end up painting them for you because I paint all the objects. But hold on, I'll show you one of the guys I just finished painting. Let me just see if this guy will show up. It's too dark. But yeah, that's one of the figures right there. I saw you get in the light. I put nice and lots of detail on them so you can see the safety stripes and the strap where they connect to the walkie-talkies and so on. And then you got the remote, and I've got little colors on the remote so you can see. And then of course there's the second guy right there. Hi, Curly. And then he's basically holding on. He's got a remote too. And based on from the interview that Bernard did, I think it was like his last Wednesday, with the guy that actually modeled for the guys. It's a 2-man crew, and they both have remote controls. And this is basically the sound that you hear from the engine actually comes from the remote control itself. And there'll be a master class Bernard's going to do with the actual guys that actually run. This is on Speed Step 1. This is, I mean, the motion on these locomotives are fantastic. I mean, just absolutely smooth. And they only go up to like a speed of 15 actually in real life, so they don't really go fast. So, which is really, really impressive. So yeah, I've been just kind of burning in the engine, like they have to run it for an hour just to get any bugs and stuff like that. But so far, all three engines that I've gotten have been like just beautifully well done. The detail. I've got to do all the weathering on this and so on, but I'm just going to take my time and do that. There's no real rush. I just like to get everything, making sure everything's working. But you can really hear the slugs, like that humming noise that you hear. And let me just turn off the flashing for a minute. Like the humming noise coming from the slug is that like really like drawl sound, and it sounds amazing. Like you really feel like it's really pushing. And then of course you hear the engine sound itself. So yeah, really impressive models. Again, like Otter Valley Railway is where I buy all my stuff. They have great customer service, from Lauren and so on, and the crew there. And like I was saying, a couple of days ago, I was watching like this unit 7203 was literally like, I think there was like 20 in stock, and that was like 4 days ago, and now there's only like 4 left. So they went really quickly, which I'm not too surprised. So, and then of course I got this road unit 7008, and then of course I got 4005 again, for the stripes. So the GP9 has always been one of my favorite locomotives. I mean, I love designs of like any of the GP series, GP40s, GP38s are just phenomenal. And I just like the old design of the locomotives, and especially for a switching layout. It works really, really well. And I mean, mainly this would be used in a yard, but for purposes for what I want to do, I'm just going to pretend I have one, because you're only limited to what you really can do on a shelf layout. But I mean, there's lots of potential. I mean, I usually run every evening at least an hour, just moving, a couple freight cars or lumber loads from one end of the street to the other, and switching stuff, and so it's a lot of fun. Again, I'm just on my phone, so I don't have a camera. I don't have all that fancy stuff some people do. I'd rather spend my money on locomotives and building really cool sets, like, layouts and stuff like that. So I'm going to, can I run night sessions? Yeah, I can turn the lights down and stuff, but I'm going to wire this for light with lighting. I just have to basically get the fiber optic cables and hook it up the way I want to. But like the blue Belkin, I'm going to basically I'm going to redo it exactly the same way, but with like I use a soft wood, and it's some of the plastic has buckled. But you really don't notice it. I mean, I can live with it. It just kind of gives it wear and tear, like you'd see on some of the old buildings where stuff is falling apart. So I'm probably going to leave that. But it all depends on if I move it over. Hi, Kyle. Oh, wow, nice, Anthony. Yeah, the GP10 Winchester. Yeah, it's a beautiful model. And then, of course, Rapido just announced the CP version of this with slug. I think the slug itself is actually like a switcher. So, which I want to get to, even though I'm really just full CN. Hey, Dwight. So yeah, I'm just basically running this back and forth just to kind of get it all any kinks out. But basically, right from the get-go, running all three engines were just spotless, like no issues, knock on wood. And the detail, I just can't get over the amount of detail on these. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, I just keep adding more and more stuff to the layout, like just details. Like if you come, it's really weird though, when people come and see this in person, it's a totally different thing. Like pictures just don't do it justice. I see that with lots of layouts, with a lot of details. Like when you go and see it and look at it, then you really notice a lot of stuff on the naked eye. Like it's pretty crazy. So hope everybody can hear me pretty well. I'm just, again, on my phone and stuff. Sorry, that's my finger. Like an example, like the amount of detail I just put in the warehouse itself here. I mean, everybody's here is working. you know. So and you know, everybody's kind of doing stuff like that. So it's pretty amazing what you can do. So. But yeah, so I'm just kind of running. I'm waiting for Go Via Go Home to start at 7:55. Unfortunately, he has to tear down his layout, but I always look forward to his Thursday shows, and I just thought I'd jump on and kind of test things out, and just waiting for him to go on. So I'm not sure what he's going to talk about tonight. Probably his breakdown of his layout and stuff like that. So. This is just at 5 right now, so speed's at 5. And drop it down. You can hear the engine running down. It's pretty amazing. And we'll put the flashes on. I like the, at least they're nice and bright, and it's nice. I like the kind of different desync in the flashing lights. It's a really, really nice touch. And I'm going to put this guy back on here. Hold on. There. Put back the remote control guy, and we will continue. Yeah, I love this hobby, man. It's just the amount of stuff that you can do, and I love watching people's progress. It's just incredible, and the amount of stuff that you learn from everybody. And you know, people are so friendly. It's just amazing, and the stories you hear from everybody is fantastic. Oh, thanks, Anthony. Yeah, Boomer's is well, his is like almost twice the size as mine now, but you know, he's done phenomenal work. Like we've both been in the same industry, in the creative industry for I've been over 30 years. So this comes really easy to me, but I just love doing details, and we really like to, you know, jump on other people's layouts and help them out too. It just, you know, it just adds so much realism when you can just add a lot more and more details to stuff, you know, because the more stuff you get to look at, you just get so immersive in this stuff. Like every day I'm moving stuff around, like I'll move figures of the trucks and stuff like that and set up different scenarios. Because and then that way I take lots of different photographs, and then when, you know, if I'm doing an industry change, I'll just move. I'll put like different trucks in the different positions, or you know, people and stuff like that, and that way it just really gets more and more exciting as you know, as the day goes on. Like when you're actually doing stuff on the layout, which I find you know, a lot more entertaining. As you should, you know, because it is. I mean, you really look at it, you put all this realism into it. You want to kind of make it, you know, work for itself, and have pleasure of taking photographs and having people look at your work. So, you know, like I got 2 abandoned cars over there. They've got a whole bunch of stuff in them. You know, you got the open warehouse. I mean, the outhouse with a bunch of graffiti and debris everywhere. So it gives you lots to look at when, you know, somebody does come over and take a look at, or even taking photographs and stuff. But definitely have to light this up, and for like a night ops, because I think, like Boomer's done with his buildings, it really brings out a different level of detail, and especially with photographs and stuff like that. Because like I think there's one of his last videos, he bought a lens. I think it cost like $3,000. But it's beautiful. I mean, for his camera and stuff like that, so we can get some amazing photographs and stuff like that. So, hope everybody can hear me pretty clear. I've got it muted on my TV. I can see the picture, but so I can't tell if I'm drowned out or anything by the locomotive. But definitely, this is a really nice addition to anyone's layout. Is the slug, and or any of the GP9 series locomotives for switching and stuff like that. So I highly recommend it. Oh, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, so I'm just kind of running this back and forth. I know it's kind of boring to watch, but I'm just kind of working it in, and then I'll be able to. Actually, I'm gonna go haul these box cars. This will be the first time it's hauled something. So let me just get past the switch. I've got enough room for another 8 feet, so that's what I'm planning on doing. But I'm just trying to decide which side I'm going to do it on. It'll either be on the Delkin side or the Sparrow side. I'm thinking going Sparrow side because what I want to do, I'm going to get past the switch and then I'm going to go over here to Sparrow and take out a couple box cars. What I want to do ideally is I'll probably go on maybe on the Sparrow side because what I'm going to do is because I've got the 2 tracks, the one track close to the building, of course I'm going to use here. Oh, sorry, let me just stop that. Let me just switch that switch. And then I can go into Sparrow and grab some box cars for the first time. So what I want to do is the farthest track where the tanks are, I'm going to extend that into basically going to another building that will go, the tracks will actually go right into the building. And then there'll be another track that'll run up beside it. And then the main line here that it's just switching from, that'll go into this another industrial, probably another probably 2 more industrial buildings that have got like a steel, maybe a steel plant or something like that. So, hi Steve, thank you. This is code 83, and it's Pico switches and tracks. So I think it's Unifrog, which means I didn't have to wire it, and they run flawlessly. I've had no issues whatsoever. So right now I'm just gonna go pick up some box cars. It'll be the first time I've done that. I've run this over an hour and a half already, so should be good to go. I've got one guy on the back and one guy in the front using the remote control. Normally it'd be one guy actually. Both guys, from the pictures I've seen, are actually not even on the locomotive. They're actually running switches, so which is pretty crazy. Sorry about that. Let me just turn. Oh, sorry about my hand being there. I still have to convert a lot of a few things here, but the switches, hold on, just gotta make sure it grabs it. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna pull this out. So basically what I was saying is on the expansion, here, let me just turn off that for a second. Oh, thanks. So basically this track will be the same. This one here, I'm going to extend it into another factory. So this one will go directly into a factory. So basically you'll be putting box cars and stuff actually inside the building, and there'll be a runaround track on the outside of it for the expansion. Then we'll go into another industry that I haven't decided. It might be a steel mill or a coal mill or something, like a coal coils. That I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. But there'll be an extension to Sparrow, so be another food, like a larger food processing plant where they actually go inside and stuff like that. Because there is one like in my area that has that exact thing. So when I see them do that, it's pretty amazing. So. I just love the sound of this thing. It's just incredible. As you can see, I like stuff really dirty and chaotic, and just like in real life. So I think they're insofrog. It's basically the turnouts are the ones that you don't have to wire. They're new from Pico. I think they're only turnout number 6s though. That's what I have on here. So, because wiring is probably my least favorite thing to do. Soldering I suck at. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I know that the both units have. I don't think so, Ray. I'm not sure. Because I'm originally when I hooked up the. That's why I did those little like setup videos on the slug, was because originally you're so used to basically having a single engine from 003, and then you put it on your programming track, and of course here, let me just turn that on. And then you set the number and all of that kind of stuff. Thanks, Brian. So I did that, and I took the slug. Originally I put the slug and the GP9 together just as 003, just to run it, make sure it was running, and it was fine. I checked both wheels, make sure the slug was moving, and then I took the slug off and basically programmed a 7203 from 003. And then when I put the slug on, I noticed that the wheels weren't moving. And it was just like, oh man, like, am I supposed to consist this thing? Because there's nothing in the instruction book whatsoever it tells you really about how to set up the slug. Or maybe I missed it. So so basically, then I reset the decoder back to from 8 to 3. I reset it, and then I figured out that it has to be basically like a B unit. And I just basically set it up as it was all attached and just did the locomotive at 7203 from 3, and it worked perfectly. And that's basically what you have to do. I explained that in my video, so in case somebody did the same thing that I did, because I thought I had to consist the I thought it was a separate locomotive, like the slug, but it isn't. So. But all's work, I mean, it's just trial and error, but I just thought I'd put that out there. I mean, it's probably common sense to most people, but I've never owned a slug. This is the first time I've even, really seen one, except in videos. And I'm so used to just, consistent locomotives and stuff like that, never having basically a secondary unit attached to something. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of log on live and just to kind of check things out. It's the kind of the second time I've done this, and I really thank everybody for joining. I really appreciate it. I'll try to do this more often, but I'm kind of limited to what's on your phone and what you can do. So, but I want to thank everybody for joining in the comments and the nice compliments. I really appreciate it. And so yeah, take care, and everybody please join Chris's go via go home. I think it starts in like 20 or 25 minutes, and I'll be on. Oh, thanks, Ray. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'd love to talk about it, and I've got a lot of ideas about what I want to do in the future and stuff like that. So, and I love your podcast, dude. Some of the interviews that you do are just fantastic, and you learn so much about what everybody's thinking, their mind, their setups, and their process and stuff like that. So, keep up the great work, and everybody else. I'll see you on Go Via Go Go Home. Take care, everybody.